So, the third eye. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you. Appreciate it. So, the third eye is in the mind, right? So, it's in the mind, and that right there should tell you a lot. Something being in this part of your body, right? It's right here. It's the third eye. And with it being in alignment to the eye, really it's above the eye. It's the brow, right? The brow chakra or chakra. It's above the eye and it's in between both eyes. So with it being in somewhat alignment with the physical eyes that we have, it's going to help to bring vision. It's going to bring sight. With it being in this area, it's going to bring you some type of sight or vision. And in this instance, it's going to bring you insight, right? I know that sounds kind of corny, but this is more of the inner knowing. Inner knowing. So there's a difference between, with it being in the mind, it's not the thoughts, which it can be, but it's not how you think. It's what you know. So for instance, a person can think about being rich and having a lot of physical gains around them, a lot of abundance around them, and a lot of abilities to do certain things, resources, right? Ability. There's like wealth and resources and knowledge and all these things and people that you can use as a resource. You can think about that all day. You can think about what it's like to be that in that vibration. But if you don't know what it's like to be in that vibration, what does it matter? What's the point, right? It's just a thought. It's a thought. And thoughts, we know thoughts come to us all the time. This is why it's so, this is why meditation can take you somewhere else, because that's where you go to the land of knowledge, the land of intellect. That's the brow chakra. It's above the eyes and it's in the middle, and you only need one, right? The third eye. You only need one of them. You need two of your eyes here on earth to have to see. You get what I'm saying? Thinking about from the physical realm of the third eye, just thinking about it, the physical to the more spiritual, right? Just kind of creating that dynamic, as above, so below, as within, so without. So if this is your third eye, if this is your intellectual eye to what's going on, it gives you knowledge. This is an important eye to protect. It's an important eye to work on. And this is one of those eyes people just like, open up my third eye, because when you open it up, you see things from different perspectives. And it's not even just different perspectives. I mean, that is a thing, perspective, right? But you start to, it's just like, just things come to you differently. Things hit you differently. And it's a different way of looking at stuff. I'm trying to explain it, but it's just like, can you really explain it? I don't really know. All I can do is kind of talk around the third eye, in my opinion. And for me personally, I feel like my third eye, I feel like it, you know, they say it's always open or whatever, but I feel like it's open, but it doesn't really always reveal itself to you. You don't always see it. That's the thing. You don't always see. Allow me to interrupt this broadcasting with a word from our sponsors, aka we have bills to pay, aka we love you. Thank you so much for the support. Like, comment, and subscribe. And, you know, thanks for coming, because I'm so glad you're here. All right, y'all. Keep watching. Okay, so this is the idea that I had before I even did this video. This is kind of how I see it in my head. Hopefully someone understands it. And it's similar to how I see the spirit. So I was thinking about how I see the spirit, and I was like, this is kind of like the third eye. So your spirit is, say there's a room, right? You're looking into a room, the door is wide open. And within this room, or this space behind the door, there's just light bursting in. And this might be knowledge, this might be your spirit, because they say the spirit knows everything, right? So if you look at it from this dimension, I guess, world, the spirit would be knowledge. try to assimilate spirit to knowledge. So I'm going to say spirit and knowledge. I'm talking about the same thing. So in this room, I know this is, I'm just go with me, okay? Dang it. The third eye video is going to be all over. Just try to grasp what you can. So you're looking into this room. There's a lot of light coming out of this door, out of this door. The door is completely open. That's your spirit. That's the knowledge that you have within you. They say like the Akashic records, right? All of the knowing is in there. It's within you. It's around you. It's there. We are privy to all of this knowledge and understanding. And on the flip side, we are privy to our spirit and who we are. And the thing is, the light is always pushing through and out of this space. But what is the factor that is causing you to either be able to see the light and experience the light and look and go in here and walk around and see what knowledge you need to take and bring it back down into this world and actually get things done and get what you want done? That's what we're supposed to do with the third eye. Use that knowledge and bring it down to here and make it physical. We're supposed to do that. That's how people create books. That's what they're doing. They're taking the knowledge and they're making it physical. They're helping you to understand it, overstand it, all that stuff. The thing that is causing us to either see it or not is the door. And this is how you can think about the chakra energy in general. The energy is within all of us. We all have the energy to be confident. We all have the energy to have an open and willing heart. We all have the energy to have an open and clear way of communication, in and out, hearing and speaking and all of that jazz. Every form of communication there is, even without words. We have privy to that. We are open to that. But the thing that hinges it is the door. Okay? It's the door. Think about a door. And whether or not that door is closed or open, or partially open, partially closed, or you got stuff hanging in the door around the thing, or it's dirt or whatever, that's gonna open you up to whether or not you can take in what you need to take in. Right? Is that door. So this is why they say your chakras are blocked or there's overly open. Maybe there's too much exposure, right? But really the thing with knowledge, now going back to the third eye, the thing is the door. Just think about, we have all this knowledge that we're privy to. But it's a matter of, are we going to open ourselves up to it? Are you going to close your physical eyes and say, yeah, this is the physical world. We're here. I'm a human being. Great. I understand that. I'm not like delusional. I totally understand I'm a human being, but I know there's more out here. That's the intellect. That's the deafening of the ego type of energy. And it's saying, what else is there? I know there's more to it. So you have to, in some ways, close the physical eyes to open the third eye. This is why meditation helps this eye. I need to grab a crystal. This is why meditation helps this eye so much, is because that's what it's doing. It's shutting down the physical world. It's shutting down this energy, and it's helping you to dive into going into that room, opening up that door, going into that room, walking around and seeing what information you need. So really imagine that. Even with meditation, you can put yourself through a meditation where you literally, I need to probably do this, where you literally imagine yourself like closing your eyes and walking into a room, and you just see everything that you need to see, everything that needs to be seen to you and revealed to you. All the information that you ever could want is around you. All the questions that you could ever ask, all the answers are there. Are you going to open yourself up to it? This is why this isn't a very attractive chakra for people to want to open, because knowledge is powerful. We always have been taught that, at least in my age range, right? Knowledge is power, right? That is true, and the third eye is going to give you that knowledge. But with that knowledge, what are you going to do with it? What you going to do? What you going to do with that knowledge? How are you going to use it? And this is why the opposing chakra, which is the sacral chakra, the orange chakra, the chakra of sensuality and joy and creativity, is the energy that you should use once you have this knowledge. Once you have more knowledge of things, you can have more joy of things as well. Some people, they have more sorrow because they know too much. They feel like, I know too much. It's like the allegory of the cave, right? Read it. But the allegory of the cave, you come out the cave and you realize like these are real pots and sculptures. This wasn't just stuff in my mind. Like this is the true thing. Like I can't see. It's so much light up here. It's so much light. I cannot see anything. And then you just start seeing an open world around you. And you thought when you was in that cave, you thought all this stuff was real, but it wasn't real. Okay, let me show you allegory of the cave. Basically, Plato's allegory of the cave is people in a cave, right? There's a light behind them. Why am I telling you stories? Like allegory, okay. There's light behind them and there's like people are walking past and there's the shadows are being cast on the wall they're looking at. They're not looking at what's actually happening. They're looking at projections, right? It's cast on the wall in front of them. And they're seeing people walk by with different things, right? And in their mind, they're like, oh, that's that. That looks like that because they're seeing the silhouette of it, right? They're looking at it. There's one prisoner or person within this cave. I don't know why they in the cave. That comes out. They finally get out this dang on cave. And they come out into the light. And I guess these people have been in the cave forever. I don't freaking remember. This was like, we're going back some years. A decade over. And they come out and they first they're blinded. Like, what the heck? Like, oh my gosh, it's too bright. Like, I can't see. And that's kind of what it is. You have to put yourself into the darkness for that third eye to open. Dark night of the soul, all of that stuff. You have to go through something to get this knowledge. And it's not that spirit is trying to say, oh, you're not privy to this knowledge. We're all privy to it. We all came down here. We're still spirit, dang it. We're still part of spirit. But something within you, even the spirit within you is like, she ain't ready. Don't tell her that. And you talking about you, like me looking at myself being like, she ain't. Nah, girl. No, we not about to give her that money. No, we not, because she not about to spend it right. So no. And that's me talking to like my lower self, right? Think about that, like that's spirit. So spirit is like, you're either gonna, the knowledge is here. I'm gonna put you in a direction to do it, but either you're gonna do it or you're not gonna do it, right? Spirit doesn't change. Whether or not the door to knowledge is open or closed, knowledge is still behind the door. Right? Spirit doesn't change. Knowledge does not change within you. Your third eye is always there. It's always open to you. What's out here is always open to us. Just like getting money, being secure, enjoying life is always open to us. Our lower chakras, all of that is always open to us, but we block it off. We block it off. But everybody want to come up here and open up this and get all the knowledge, because I believe that perhaps we think once we open ourselves up to that knowledge, we'll know exactly what to do. But honestly, you all, sometimes knowledge can be a detriment to us. Actually knowing something, being conscious of something can be a detriment to us, because we say, well, that's all I gotta do. I'm gonna do it. That's all I gotta do. I'm gonna do it. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. We procrastinate. We start to push aside what needs to be done because I know better. Like the people like, I know better, but I just, what is that? What is causing you to do that? And sometimes people dwell within this chakra of knowing. They're reading the books, they're doing all that, but they're not really experiencing, or they think it. They're thinking it. That's the thing. Some people are thinking about things and they believe that they're experiencing and they believe that they know it, but you don't experience it. And this is why you have to go back to the sacral chakra to experience what's happening in the third eye. I feel like I'm talking really rough. It's a passionate discussion about the third eye chakra. Hold on, y'all. Okay, this is editing Brandy talking. Let me clear this up. The opposing chakra to the third eye is not the sacral. It's the solar plexus. I don't know why the heck I was saying that. I don't know. But anyways, the opposing of the solar plexus, this is why ego death is a big thing. And that's why when you kill your ego, you can go into more your third eye energy, because your ego is associated with the solar plexus chakra. But in order for the energy that I wanted to reiterate with the third eye and the solar plexus is that once you get the knowledge, the downloads, once you get the intuition to do certain things and spirit shows you certain things, you then need to bring that to your solar plexus chakra and have the courage. And so you then have to have the confidence to actually carry out what you saw within your third eye energy, or to implement the practices that you've learned from your third eye. So if you are learning that or you've been shown that meditation helps you to really strengthen yourself, a whole list, right? But you don't have the willpower to actually meditate every day, the determination to do it every day, which comes from your solar plexus chakra. You need both. You need to balance it out. And that's another way to balance your chakras is to balance out the chakras against each other, because chakras have opposing chakras. So I have to talk about that in another video. Okay, back to editing. Love you all. Bye. Well, it is early, so I guess I'm taking out of church on a Thursday morning. Hold on. And right now we got my unicorn horn is gonna be Soda Light Tower. But yeah, that's what I had to say about the third eye. I hope that made sense in some way, and in that there's certain things that we have to shut off in order to open this chakra. That's why meditation, sleeping, resting, all of these things are going to help you to allow this chakra to open. But know that once you open it, the cycle doesn't stop in the mind. Some people, they allow things to come in and they keep it in their mind. They never push it through their chakras to actually, like I said, make things happen. Boom, like to actually make something become physical. They keep it here, or they keep it here. So they just keep it somewhere. Maybe they just always talk about it. It never goes through any of the chakras to make things happen. So with anything, opening up that third eye, like I said, I feel like it's always there. Like spirit is always there. Your angels, your guides are always there. The knowledge that you need to tap into the world is always there. But you have to open the door and walk in. You got to ask questions. Like before this video, I literally was asking I was just really thinking about my third eye, and I was asking myself questions, and I was thinking about the spirit too, because I had a lot of questions about my spirit. Like, does your spirit experience feelings? Like, what is that? What is that? And it was revealed to me that at least my spirit, it's not that it's experiencing feelings. It's just a matter of, am I opening the door or closing the door on my spirit? When you close the door on your spirit, like I said, is behind the door. But you close you say, I don't want to deal with it right now. I know it's there, but I don't want to do what's right, or I don't want to do what spirit want me to do. I'm going to be in my flesh. Or I don't want to do what I know I'm supposed to do. I don't want to do what I feel like intellectually this makes the most sense to do. I want to do what I want to do. I'm not listening to my intuition. You know, that's also the third. I'm not listening to what spirit is telling me to do. I'm about to close this door on spirit and I'm going over there. It's the same thing. That's why I was just like, you know, maybe spirit and knowledge is similar energy in some way. And that's what made me do this video. So I was talking to myself, talking to my inner self. So the knowledge is always there. We're always privy to the knowledge. That's why people believe in the Akashic records, and they believe in using the third eye. And when I did one of my first meditation sessions, I guess my third eye did open. I don't know. Yeah, I guess it did. Yeah, how did I not think about that when this whole time I've used this? Okay, but anyways, lapis lazuli, that opened up my third eye. I'm gonna have to talk about that in another video. But that crystal, I have not had well, I have had a few other experiences with crystals like that. I'm not gonna lie. But lapis, child, something about lapis, when you first use that for your third eye, it's like, whew, it's good. It's really good. And it might be a melanin thing too, because they say it was like very abundant in ancient Egypt as well. But also the whole thing about Egypt, like, was it all melanin? I don't know. Yeah, that's just going too far. But anyways, I love y'all. I'm about to go. Make sure you check out my Etsy shop. I do sell crystals, and I have an online metaphysical shop. We're going to expand on the inventory very, very soon. I love you all. I appreciate you all. I'm going to wear this shirt in the next video because I like it. But we're going to also talk about crystals for the third eye. So that's going to be coming up. We're going to be having videos every day in December. So check that out whenever you're watching this. Happy whatever month it is. I love you all. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you think about the third eye. I know I could have went into more detail, like, you know, associated with the pineal gland and melatonin and sleeping and all this. But for me, that was the knowledge that I had to put to y'all. And I'm going to keep doing videos whenever I get information coming to me about chakras. I'll do more videos about it. I do read about it, but also like I do what I just did. I just ask spirit something, I just put it out there, and I think about it, and it just comes to me. I usually speak because that's what I do. I speak, I talk to myself, like I'm doing right now, because I'm really just talking to my camera, like in hopes that somebody gonna watch it. Okay, bye y'all, love y'all, bye.